So something kind of funny happened last Easter this year, 2013. My wife and I went up into the mountains where she's from, north of Tennessee. And we went because we wanted to listen to her son, who's not a Mormon, but it's an independent Baptist church up there, and my wife grew up in that church. And we wanted to go and share with other Christians the spirit of Easter and the resurrection, and and worship together with other Christians, and make it a regular church service. And we listened to her son sing, and it was beautiful. He sang some solos, and the choir sang, and then the preacher stood up and started bashing Mormons. I mean, first of all, why bash any religion from the pulpit? Just put forth what you believe and all the goodness in your heart. You don't have to go out of your way to pick on anybody. But people started looking around because they knew that my wife, who grew up in that church, and me were both Mormons. And afterwards, people were coming up and trying to apologize. I said, hey. It doesn't matter. I have thicker skin than that. Although it wouldn't hurt for people to try to be a little bit more understanding with each other. Maybe study up a little bit on something before you open your mouth in a congregation. But what her son said to me, and others said to me, was he just didn't know any better. And I start thinking, maybe that's it. Maybe it's just that simple. People don't know. So I thought, where is their empirical data? Now, I just went through a weekend like a revival where twice a year the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, if you ever refer to us as LDS, people will think you're in the know, get together in April or October. So we just had our leaders get together, and they did 6 hours on Saturday and 4 hours on Sunday, and they did some even on Friday. And I looked at the main talks on Saturday and Sunday, and I compared the amount of times that our church leaders referenced, and I took their speeches, this took a while, and put it in Word document to count the number of times that they said Jesus Christ versus Joseph Smith. It's 10 times more. We're not the Church of Joseph Smith. He didn't die for my sins. Now, we revere him because we believe that there's been a restoration to where godly men have been put on the earth to prepare for the second coming and to help us in our own witness of Christ, to strengthen it. And I'll tell you, my experience over this weekend was I felt like my relationship with the Lord, my appreciation for who He is, for dying for my sins, was stronger because of what these experienced men of God said. To take anything away. I mean, who wrote the Bible? They were men. They were the prophets. Jesus didn't write anything. So how else is He going to tell us, if you're a Christian, what He believes in? Now, if you want to think that there's no more revelation, that's fine. But you don't have to be ignorant about it. We don't stand up and bash other religions. We just stand up and say we're grateful for the hope that we have in Jesus Christ and the peace that He brings to our hearts. And are there not other Christians that we can share that in common with, that don't have to isolate us and beat up on us? I mean, the last words that President Monson, who's the head apostle of our church now, said was, let's be tolerant, kind and patient with other people. Especially now, because with all the feminists and same-sex stuff going on, we're kind of a prime target. And it's really a Christian thing to do, to not just get all angry and scream at somebody. And I never said a word at that church when he was bashing the Mormons, and even afterwards, it's like, if you're going to start calling somebody names, you might want to look them up first. Check them out. You may have more in common with them, us, than you think. God bless.